You know something, I always get so excited when I have guests or people that I know that in Las Vegas, because you know they're my friends and I'm watching them and seeing them, and I haven't seen Craig for such a long time. One of the greatest comedians actually in Vegas, and you're always doing very, very well, because you are funny. I mean, I'm laughing and he hasn't said a joke yet.
Nothing.
But nothing, you don't have to, just look at me.
That's right.
Anyway, how's it going, Craig?
It's going very well.
Good.
Very well. I've
Good.
been real busy, as I was just telling you before. And I love what I do, so it's not real, it's work.
Yes.
But the fun part is always what's on stage.
Yes. Yeah.
The work comes before that.
The work is to get the gigs and to get the stuff and to get all that. Are you your own manager, and do you do?
I have a manager in New York who books my personal appearances.
Oh.
But as far as like here in Vegas goes, I do all that myself.
You do everything your way.
Yeah.
Why do you do that? Do you find it better that way, or is it because you know what you're doing?
Well, you know, the clubs know me.
Yes.
So sometimes it's a lot easier from their perspective to just call
Just
me.
call you.
Or, you know, email, contact me in some way.
Yes.
And say, hey, are you available this particular week or this particular night, that kind of thing. So, and they just I just send them my availabilities. That's how they do it. You email your availabilities, they pick a week, hey, we'll have you this week. So that's usually easier.
You know what I've found out? I've found that Vegas seems to be very casual about the agents and the managers, and it seems like a lot of people that come to this town, which is quite unusual, they seem to get their own work. They seem to do their own thing. It seems to be rather laid back a little bit. That sort of, and
yeah, I think you're right about that. When I travel and I do like a national tour, my manager does all that.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
She covers all that for me. She gets it. She does all the details and the bookings and the dates and the money and all that stuff. But look, here locally, why would they call New York when I'm
When
right
they
here?
can call you.
They can just call me direct. Are you available? You know, it's just that simple.
And are you always sort of available for them, or sort of try to be available, or give them sort of dates and sort of, because you're always very busy.
Thank God for that. Thank you. But yes, but you still give them dates. You know, different
Yes.
clubs have different ways that they book
Yes.
a comedy club. Some
Yes.
like to do it a year out in advance. Some like to do it a month. It all depends on the club. So yes, I always send my availabilities, the dates that I'm around, and if something works with them,
Then you make it work. Yeah.
We do it. Yeah.
Comedy in Vegas. We bring Vegas up a lot because we are in Vegas. Comedy in Vegas seems to be there's a lot of you. There's a lot of comedy here.
Yes.
Why? You know, they love it here. They love to come. I guess they like to come to this town and laugh.
Yeah. Well, you know, they're on vacation.
Yes.
And so when people are on vacation, they obviously want to have a good time. One of the best ways to do that is to go and see a really good comedy show.
Yeah.
And you know, you could see very well-known comics
Yes.
working clubs here
Yes.
in Vegas.
But I see a lot of comedians here, and it seems to me, I'm not saying there's a lot of competition, because you know everything's competition. There's one other person's competition.
Right.
So there's a lot of competition. How do you find, and where do you get your material from? Is it things that happen, or?
I get everything from my life. I'm not one of those comedians that can sit down and just write a joke. Like I was in traffic this morning, blah, blah, and a joke comes out of that.
Yeah.
I'm not a joke person. I'm more of a I don't want to say storytelling, but I do kind of routines.
Are you kind of an ad-libber?
Well, a little bit, but I know what I'm doing every time I go on stage. I never go up there.
Oh, you have a whole...
Yes, absolutely. I have a whole set list ready to go. I know what I'm doing, depending on how much time I have. You know, sometimes you go, hey, do 15 minutes. Okay. Other times, just do 45 minutes. So you have to know what you do when you go out there.
Absolutely.
Some people I've worked with are just phenomenal off the cuff.
Really?
And they can just roll that way with it. I can do that, but I'd rather know I've got my routine ready to go.
But you want your routine ready to go.
Yes.
Now, what happens if you get up there and you've got this audience out there and you start to sort of joke and no one's laughing? Do you switch it up?
Well, that's never happened to me.
Yeah!
So I really can't answer that question from personal experience. But what other comedians have told me is that it's very important to, first of all, if you can, look at your audience before the show. Maybe get a vibe of what they're all
Brilliant.
about. Are they a little bit younger, a little bit older? Is it a date night? Is it a married kind of a...
Are they older? Are they younger? Who are they? Or depends on where you're showing or where you are. I mean, if you're at Hooters, it'd probably be a younger...
Probably a younger crowd,
yeah.
right? But you take that and you can take your material and hone it to that audience, okay?
Yes.
You know, if you look out and you see a bunch of kids in their 20s, let's say, they might not necessarily get jokes about being married for 10 years.
Yeah,
okay?
of course.
Okay. However, they have parents
Yes.
who maybe were married.
So you interject the mom and dad.
Yes. So there's a way that you can work that around, or maybe they don't know what it's like to have kids. but they might have nieces and nephews, and they were kids. We all were kids.
Yes.
Remember when you were a kid? My kids like that, and they get it. You can just work them into it, because it's really hard. You're a comedian. It's like being a musician. You have a style and what we call a voice, right? You have a voice.
That's all you have.
Yeah, she has a voice, but you have your voice, and that's what you have.
That's
and you have your body. You go out there, and your voice may be very sarcastic, let's say.
Yeah.
You're a sarcastic comic.
Yes.
Somebody's very
straight-faced.
Straight-faced, sarcastic. Somebody's very upbeat and bouncing around. Everybody has a different voice and a style. But you try to get as many people in that audience as you can to understand your voice.
Yes.
And so you want to appeal to as many people as you possibly can, which can make you successful without ever losing your voice.
Absolutely.
And finding out that I'm going to start being this type of comic, which could be different and not really you.
Yes.
So why be a phony? I'm always me up on that
stage. Isn't it better to be, I was going to say, isn't it better kind of to be yourself, because you know who you are,
right.
Number one. Number two, it comes out better. It comes out more natural. It comes out more of a joke if you're going to pick on yourself all the time.
Exactly.
Which could be fun.
Well, absolutely. I mean, self-deprecating humor is great.
Yes. And people love it.
Yeah, I love it.
They love when you talk bad about yourself.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. It's true. It's really, really true. And I think if you can do that, and you can self-deprecate a bit, get some laughs, then you kind of have a little free reign to then reach out a little bit and start poking some fun.
And that makes you feel more relaxed, and it makes you feel much easier of saying what you want to say out there.
Right.
Now,
I think the best comics are the ones who can hit the stage and you know who they are within a very short amount of time.
Shecky Green was a very good friend of mine, still is a good friend of mine, and he would come out. I mean, I remember last time I saw him, he was playing at the South Point, and he comes out, he's like 80 odd when he came out on stage, and he's fiddling around like this. He says, I'm trying to peel these M&Ms. And this is coming out. He's like, but he got the audience right away. Away, and he was. But he is a brilliant comedian.
Well, he's one of the best of all time, right?
Yes.
So not just because you're friends with him. I know you know that he's brilliant.
No, he's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
It's a good thing too, as a comic, especially young comedians, to watch comedians work.
Yes.
Somebody like a Shecky Green, if you can, or any of the comics who are working or successful, they're successful for a reason. And it's good to watch them work. Not that you would ever take material, but to watch different things that they do, how they worked in their personality into that first joke.
Yeah, then how did they capture the audience? And that's what you have to do.
Capture the audience.
Now, you've been on the Jay Leno show, and you've done a lot of appearances, right?
Kind of a big shot.
He's a big shot. So now we're going to brag a little bit. Come on.
I did 2 sketches on the Tonight Show with Jay Leno. One I actually got to perform with Leno in the sketch.
Wonderful! What was that like?
It was really neat. It was really, really neat.
Because he's a funny guy.
Very funny guy.
He's a good guy.
I was in the scene with him, and a very nice guy.
Very nice.
We did a nice little scene together. Another one I did without him. He introduced it and they showed it. It was a funny sketch. And I got to do a sketch on the Late Late Show with Craig Ferguson. And I got to beat up Henry Winkler. It doesn't get any better than that.
Oh, but weren't you on the show just recently?
Yes.
In fact, no, I'm not going to say it. But you couldn't come on last week.
Yeah, well, it was maybe 3 weeks ago, I guess.
3 weeks ago, yes.
I was in LA doing a sketch for the Conan O'Brien show.
Yes, the Conan O'Brien show.
Yeah.
You're supposed to come on my show, but...
They called me, sometimes these things...
No, I love it, I can brag about it.
Yeah, sometimes these things happen very last minute.
Yes, they do.
And
you're not going to say no.
You can't say no.
No.
Because they will not call you again.
No.
Unless you're out of town. Yeah, I physically cannot be there on time.
Yeah.
Then they might go, okay, we'll give you another shot. But if you just turn them down, it's okay. We can't rely on him, so you're out.
Yes.
So they want people they can rely on.
That's why you get so much work, because you're reliable.
Yeah.
And you're always there. Are you out of town much? Do you travel?
I've been doing a lot of what we call road work this calendar year.
Yeah.
I've started working for Royal Caribbean. Cruise lines.
The cruise lines. They will love you on the cruise lines.
Here's the thing.
Well,
so many of these ships now have comedy clubs on the ships.
Oh, really?
So you're not just going out in the 1,000-seat theater to have to do like what they call a family-friendly show. You're going into a comedy club, and it's adult only. So you know, within reason, obviously.
Yes,
you, you know, but it's and some
You
of
can
them,
use all those words.
whatever you need
All
to
those words on
do,
the act.
whatever you need to do to get your laughs.
Yes.
They tell the audience when they come into the showroom, when they reserve the show, this is an adult show, 18 over, 21 and over, something like
Whatever
that.
it is, yeah.
So when you and I'm telling you, some of those clubs are better than some of the clubs I've done online.
Really?
Because the people just, you know, the impression of a comedian on a cruise ship is you're kind of schlocky. Hey, how's the buffet? And
Yeah.
you know, all that kind of stuff,
Kind
right?
of, yeah.
Jokes have been told a million times.
Yes.
And not even original. Or anything like that. So now what
They
they're
become
finding,
serious now.
well, yeah, well, they're finding that the people on the cruise ships don't always want that kind of entertainment. They want to go to just have fun.
Yes.
And not have to worry about the same mundane type jokes.
Yes.
It just sounded like the last comic we saw on the other cruise.
Yeah.
So now you go into a club. You know, they're usually about 150 seats, and the audiences are ready to go. And
Well, you have a built-in audience anyway.
yeah, but
Cruise line.
Yes, and the thing is, you want to do well on a cruise ship.
Of course you
because you're
do.
going to see them again.
Yes.
The
You're
next
going to
day,
see them
breakfast.
an hour later at the bar.
At the bar, exactly.
An hour later at the bar having a drink.
Yeah. So you want to do well, and Royal Caribbean's been phenomenal for me, and the shows are great.
Isn't it right that once you get into the cruise lines and you do your job right and they like you, they keep bringing you back all the
Right,
time?
because in a way it's like Vegas. It's
Yeah,
a different audience
same.
every week.
Yes, yeah.
It's a different audience. So on the ships, a lot of times there's so many people on some of these ships, thousands of passengers.
I know they have
and-
like 4,000 or 5,000.
It's amazing.
Somebody just brought out another boat. I think it's like Princess, is it? They just brought like 8,000 off.
Oh, wow.
I'm like, cool.
I know Royal's got somewhere about 6,000.
Yeah,
And when you've got 150 seats in that comedy club, you're doing 14 shows, 15, 16 shows in the week because it's just filling up constantly.
Absolutely.
You know? So you want to do well on the ship in case
And
you see.
150 isn't too many. It's sort of all very, very nice, and they're all cozy together. So it's like a nice little showroom.
It's a great showroom.
Yeah.
Comedy is an intimate performing
I was
art.
going to say it is. It's more of a closed-in
Yes.
atmosphere,
Yeah.
a smaller place.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right. And for me, I tend to be a bit visual.
Yeah.
Sometimes the punchline is not what I say; it's what I don't say, but how I look when I don't say
Yeah,
it.
it's like, oh, well, he has great looks. I mean, you know,
So, but that's really important for
Yes.
someone like me to be in a venue that's 150 seats, 200 seats. Everybody can see you. You know,
Yes.
they come and everybody can see you. But when you're doing a big theater,
yeah, you're not so sure, especially with the lights and everything else.
yeah, the people way up there, they just can't see it, and they can't see what might be the real punchline.
But also you can, I know that when I've given speeches and then like a room like that, 200 people, and you key onto people that really laugh, they keep looking at you and they're laughing with you, not at you, or laughing,
Right.
and you key into these people. You usually pick one, on the left and the middle and the right, so you cover the whole room and
Right.
everybody thinks they're looking at everyone, but it's really
Exactly.
those people you're queuing into that
Right.
really like you.
Right, and it's important too not to cue in on the person who's not getting it.
Oh no, you don't want that's the last part, unless you want to make a joke about it.
Right.
Unless you want to make a joke about somebody with a long face that starts forbid to be laughing.
Yeah. Look, and sometimes that'll happen to us on a ship because it's such an international audience.
Yes.
You may just get someone who just doesn't understand what you're saying,
Well, they might not even speak the language.
not even speak the language.
So they're looking
They
at
could be
you.
sitting there because, well, it's
They
on the
put me
ship. They
here.
told us where to come.
They put me here and I have to
I
watch
have to
you.
be here. Yeah. So it's important, like as you said, that's what I try to do. You see somebody's really having a good time.
Yes.
Okay, I got that person here. I got this person
one
here.
here.
Oh, that person's having a really good time. And you do that. I like to let everybody.
Then you
see.
cover the whole room.
And they all think you're looking.
You look at them and them and them and them and them.
Right.
So where are you performing now? What's going on?
Well, I'll be. I don't know the dates yet, but I'll be at Jokesters downtown.
Downtown, yes.
Hopefully in August. Figure that out. And then as far as being in town goes, that's probably it until 2018 because I've got a ton of road work in the fall.
Oh, you're doing all so you'll be out of town and everything.
Yeah, I just got back from New York last week.
Okay.
So I did a few weeks on the East Coast. It was good to be back home.
There's
You get all that.
nothing greater than coming back home.
I tell you,
Nothing greater.
the people that come out and support, like friends and family and other comics were coming to the show to see me. It was such a nice feeling.
Yeah, they're
to be-
friends. they're
Yes,
people.
they came to say hello.
Yeah, that's
And
nice.
it's a nice vibe there. You know, I
Yes.
started on Long Island and just people
Just
just
like
have a
it, yeah.
supportive.
They support you.
Yes.
Oh, there he is. That's great.
Yeah, exactly. Relatives, friends.
Got to go down and see him. How can anybody reach you if they want to book you?
Well, of course, I'm on all the social media, but my website is gregvac.com, GREGVAC.com. and I've got information there. I'm on Facebook and Twitter and all that,
Awesome.
whatever the kids
Awesome.
do. You know,
All the social media, as
all
I call it.
Greg Vaccarello. That's right. If
There
you
you
can spell
are.
it, you get a medal.
I was looking at you now, put all these beautiful photographs up of you, and you've got some great stuff going on. You really have.
Thank
you for coming on the show.
My
He's
pleasure.
amazing. Don't forget, when you see him, Craig, out there, go and see him. He's amazing. Absolutely
you.
wonderful. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
We'll be back.